Okay, day 2 with my Tesla. I just came outside and it seemed to wake up as soon as I came outside, which is pretty cool. I think it's using the Bluetooth in the phone to recognize that I'm here. And that's one first big difference with the Model 3. I would have to get like real close, like here, before it would wake up. I just walked out into the garage and it woke up. So we'll unplug it. That's a little quicker also. Different sound, which is pretty cool. My garage door is broken, so I have to open up the garage door by hand. And look what I have. I've got a snowy day, got a northeaster. Here's my Model S that's sitting outside. So we're going to test it in the snow. Let's give it a whirl. So the door handles are definitely different. Touching them doesn't do anything, which I'm sure you're all aware of. So you simply push in and pull, and as you start pulling, the door opens electronically, which is interesting. The window went down a little bit. And let's get in. And music's on where I left it. And it is just so strange to come in and have nothing in front of you here. So I'm going to turn that off so I don't get hit with audio copyright issues. Let's put my foot on the brake, up to go into brake again. I keep looking here in front, and I feel like I'm gonna have to learn to look backwards. And nice rear view mirror view. And we are going out into the snow. We are good to go. Day 2 with my Model 3. So let's show you around. Got some snow. Very curious how the Model 3, this is just rear wheel drive, and definitely if you punch it, the acceleration is just so fast that let me put on my safety belt. Hold on. So I'm curious if it fishtails on how the stability is in the snow. And definitely and how it compares to the model. My Model S had 4-wheel drive, so we'll try here a little bit of a turn and see how bad it fishtails. So I can feel it adapting. If I drive normally, I think I'm going to be perfectly fine. But if I punch it, I can definitely feel the rear wheels spin a little bit. And a little bit of a fishtail, and then it sort of adapts. So I don't know, and I don't know if I'm fully calibrated yet. But let's try it here. Definitely fishtailing a little bit, but I can feel it adapting. Trying to be it's only day 2, so I don't want to crash my Model 3 on day 2. So I don't know if you can feel it or not, but I'm definitely spinning out the back wheels if I punch it. Let me slam on the brakes here. Yeah, adaptive or the repetitive braking definitely works almost identical to the Model S. So I'm sure the braking is going to be similar. But since all the power is in the back wheels, I think I am definitely feeling a slight difference in how it behaves compared to the Model S that had the 4-wheel drive. This is going to be a nice road, so okay, so no problem here at all whatsoever. Just the local roads, at least, are covered right now. So let me get back on the local roads. Actually, you know what? I want to try the adaptive cruise control. So I put it on and adjusting the speed here. So speed adjustment is done through the screen here. And I'm going to hit the brake here to stop because it doesn't recognize the stopping. And again, engage cruise control. A little annoying that you got a jump here, but it's very close. You can almost keep your finger on the steering wheel and adjust the speed. Looks like I'm gonna have Autopilot engageable soon. Shows up every once in a while. I'm still on a local road, so I'm going to get out onto a highway and see if I can get the adaptive cruise control working. Jammed on the brakes there. It was fine. Roads are covered a little bit here, so I'm going to take it a little easier than normal here. Roads are definitely covered. Adaptive cruise, one click down on that stick there, puts it into cruise, and I think it's just picking up the speed limit and letting me cruise at the speed limit. Very curious if it remembers, like I think I found in my Model S, it remembered what cruise speed I used on which road and would go to that when I tried to engage cruise control. Using my brake to disable cruise, I'm grabbing for the left side because that's where you would use cruise control before. Okay, so here's a major road which it's covered with snow, but I have a feeling, well, you know what? Road is not very well lined, so I'm curious if, because of the snow conditions, curious if it even allows me to use Autopilot. It doesn't look like it's enabling it. I believe Autopilot would show up over here. And that's probably because it can't see the lines in the road, or it hasn't yet adapted or calibrated for Autopilot. So let me try 1 click, 2 clicks, wouldn't allow it. And it looks like it is following the speed limit of the road, which is not good right now in these conditions. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do an Autopilot demonstration today. Well, there it goes. It just enabled for a second. I think it was able to see the road lines. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do Autopilot because the road lines are just not visible with the snow conditions. So I came to a stop and I had a video on this, but this is the hold position. If you put your brake on, you are in a hold position until you start pressing the power pedal. So we do have slushy roads here, and I'm not slipping at all, so pretty good control here in this kind of condition. Not feeling any slipping. That's mostly probably just the tires, all-weather tires in the car. I'm going to try to go back to some pretty covered conditions in my neighborhood. So I got Autopilot on, but this is totally not safe. Roads are very hard to see, but it actually allowed me to engage it. I'm very, very surprised that it's allowing me to do this, and it's not disengaging, because I cannot even see the lines in the road, but it somehow senses them, which is pretty darn good, and it's doing really well. I'm going to just pull it off because I needed to get off this exit here. So that was my first autopilot, and it was pretty bad conditions. I am really surprised it allowed me to engage it, and then it stayed engaged. So these road conditions are pretty nasty. I am gonna just try to. Oh no, I got somebody behind me, so it's handling really nice. I'm just driving normally, and not feeling any slippage or sliding. I'm not trying to push it or punch it. I'm driving a little on the slower side. Actually, no, I'm actually driving above the speed limit here a little bit. So it's handling great. Was a little concerned since it's just rear-wheel drive, but it's handling really nice. And I'm just not slipping at all. Now, roads aren't too covered here, but they're definitely covered. So here's a decent turn. I will take at sort of a normal speed, and did not feel any slippage at all. So that was nice. This road, this part of the road here is not too covered. So I'm going to go back into my development, and that's where it's definitely covered more. Okay, so we're going into my development here. Braking's fine there. Here's a nice little turn with some snow, and it took it very nicely. So I'm going to drive on the slower side, just make some turns and verify that it doesn't spin out or anything, because these are pretty covered roads here. So driving slow, no problem at all. Very good feel. And now if I punch it, or maybe this next turn, I'll try to turn a little faster than normal, that I would normally do. And we'll see if it, actually let's try braking here, because I slid out a little when I just took my foot off the pedal, but it quickly adapted. So we'll come to a full stop. I got yelled at so much for not coming to full stops. And now I punched it a little harder, so it slipped out. I think if I would have gone slow, I would have been fine there. My windshield wipers, they're on auto, but they're not engaging. So let's try that. I adjusted the windshield wipers here. That's a faster, that's a slower windshield wiper. So let's try again, coming out to the side here. And it is, it's holding the road really well. I'm going slow, but put this back on auto. Got another turn coming up here, and we'll just see if it, in normal conditions, if I just take it, whether I spin out at all. Didn't spin out at all. That was so it seems to be really nice in this weather. I'm going to slam on the brakes here. You can hear the anti-lock brakes pulsating. So that was my day 2 with my Tesla. I'll be making, try to make videos every day if I can. And thanks a lot. Well, don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye. Thought I'd show you how much snow I got in my backyard. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see some of my other Tesla videos, they're here in the top right.
My son's channel, The Nerd Writer, has some pretty cool videos there in the top left. And again, please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, everybody.